an issue that I've come across over the years that plagues some high loom grands, not all, but I get this call occasionally, is a squeaking pedal. And so the issue is actually very, very simple. It's a super easy fix. It's not lubrication, but I think the felt that they used in the factory was just, for whatever reason, it squeaks. And I don't know if it's just my microclimate here in Utah that causes that particular felt to squeak, or what the deal is. But simple repair. It usually takes me, I don't know, well, we'll find out how long it takes me. Here's all the tools that I need. I actually don't use this. I use a drill thing instead of that. So I've got a ratcheting impact wrench, drill. This doesn't totally matter. This happens to be a size O. This is the new felt. This is the cloth, or cloth I should say, the cloth that I found works really well. We've got it cut into a point there, and diameter or thickness I think is like 50 thousandths, 52 thousandths, something like that, and then it's like 800 thousandths of an inch, so just a little bit over 3/4 of an inch. We've got the vice grips, needle nose vice grips, Teflon powder, and a little brush, PVC glue, which Elmer's glue can work as well, but I use PVC glue, a little hammer, and flush cutters. So these are not cutters, but they're flush. They're not the diagonal cutters. Okay, so if you don't have an impact wrench, you can just use the socket. That impact wrench just makes it go a lot faster to take off the wire. I'm going to put it just kind of off so that it doesn't get flipped around. I'm going to have the pedals facing that direction. The sustain pedal, this one doesn't happen to squeak, but for demonstration purposes, I'll change this one. So there's the sustain pedal. Get that out of there. Lay this down. Okay. So there's the white felt or cloth that they use in the factory, and that's the culprit. I'm actually gonna, while I've got this in there, I'll take this cellophane off that they put on in the factory. Okay. So now to get the old cloth out, put it in my vice grips, and then put the drill bit in there. So we got the cloth out of there. Now, pull that through. Should be a nice snug fit there. I think the thickness was like 825, something 825 thousandths. I'll pull it just through to about there. Then, oh, actually, I'm going to put some felt on the inside, the part that's actually going to contact the bushing. I'll just saturate that with Teflon powder. Then I'm going to put a very, very, very thin layer of glue. I don't know that glue's even necessary, but I mean it's almost nothing there at all. And then pull it all the way through. They're setting up a panel over there. Okay, flush cutters. Get that nice and flush. Then flush over on this side. Clean that up a little bit. Go around the perimeter with my flush cutters. Okay. Ooh, that's perfect. That's just nice and snug. So it's snug, but not too tight. Okay. Now I'll do the other one. Always makes me nervous to go too hard in there because it could crack the wood. Clean some of that out there. Okay, then pull this through again. Same thing. Let's see, I'm gonna change that around so that the other side that I already put some of the Teflon powder is the one that's on the inside. Okay, saturate it again with more Teflon powder on the inside. Lots of Teflon powder. Pull it flush. Here. Oh, no, I didn't glue it. See if I can stuff it through. No. Okay, it's right there. Just a tiny bit of glue. The reason for such a little amount of glue is I don't want any glue to kind of seep through. This glue will actually also squeak. So I want so little glue that it's just enough to hold it on nicely, but not enough that it could potentially squeak. Get, saturate the felt and get through and squeak. Clean that up. Okay. Same thing, very nice fit, very snug. I think the key there is having this felt in particular and cutting it to, I think this is 825, 850. I mentioned that earlier in the video, but that's really important, that dimension. And that gets you, and having this thickness be right around 50 thousandths, that'll get you perfect. Okay, now here again, I'm just gonna totally overdo it. I'm gonna totally overdo it on the Teflon. Just throw that in there. Get this little punching super saturated in Teflon powder. This Teflon powder doesn't stain carpets or anything, so I don't care if I get it all over everything. And why not just have it totally covered. Okay. Coat that some more. And I guess for good measure, why not also put some Teflon powder. That's where that pedal rod goes. Okay, so we've got Teflon like crazy. Okay. Nope, won't even need my hammer, I guess. Well, maybe I'll give it a tap. I'm going to put my ratchet to a fairly low setting. Okay. And then to put this on, I'm just gonna put this kind of finger tight, I guess, so that I still have the ability to put these support rods in, because when that gets too tight, I can no longer put those in. Tight, and then that Teflon comes off very nicely, and we are totally squeak free. So there it is, pretty simple change out of the pedal bushing.